to get active. I wait for people to show up and peep us and stuff. But um, I figure since these videos are logged on our channel anyway, that that we might as well that we just start right away, and whoever wants to watch it after the fact and catch up or whatever could just go and view it that way. But so yeah, so without further ado, my name is Rainey. I am joined today by other Hearst Boys members, Ronnie and Leo. No guest this time. We figured it'd probably be the smartest thing to do to have a guest every other episode. And today we got some juicy topics for you. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the PS5 controller, whether or not we like it, whether or not we think it's ugly. We're going to talk about Nintendo Life and that little short fuse moment I had on Twitter about them. Get into that later. We're going to talk about a possible Resident Evil 4 remake and how much I hate the idea of doing that. And for the final topic, we always round it out to some arbitrary, open-ended question. This one dealing with the FGC. Do tier lists matter? All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. PS5 controller. What do we think? What are our thoughts? Ronnie, I want to hear you first.
For sure.
Only because Leo said something in the chat about it, and I don't know your opinion.
Right.
I think personally it looks fine. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are like really against it, but I think like PlayStation controllers have looked exactly the same every iteration. Very small differences. The touchpad was like a really big difference.
Right.
I think the controller looks cool. I think it looks like fucking Captain America in that one, the last one.
Endgame.
Yeah, I think it looks cool in Endgame. I don't know. I think it's fine. I mean, it does look like it's wearing a tank top.
It looks like it's...
My only thing is like I never liked touchpad. I never liked light bar. Because I've used them in games, but they don't really serve that much of a purpose. They're not revolutionary, and I think they bring up the cost of the controller. I don't know. I just think there's another way to like add something to the controller. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like touchpad on the map is cool, but I'm trying to think like of a game where I was like, oh, this touchpad like makes sense.
Do you want to know the game? It's gonna make you so mad.
Uh-oh.
Don't say it's the goddamn fucking PlayStation camera game.
Oh my god.
I know like Infamous Second Son used it, right? I think you like absorb power.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, man. That game, I mean, I just think those features are kind of like
knock.
kind of over.
Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off, Ronnie, but real quick, just want to address the chat. By the way, guys, sorry to the chat for the last couple of episodes, but I'm on mobile, so I'm the only one that can't actually see the chat on the same screen that my camera is on. So I apologize for not addressing you guys before, but this time I have my MacBook open with the stream on it, so now I can actively monitor the chat. J Vice, I think that's do you say that? Or J or Juice? The U is a V. That's clever. Say, how's y'all day been? Been alright. The wind is scary as shit. But,
yeah, I thought that was an earthquake, bro.
Yo, I went outside for a little bit.
Yo, don't...
Papa Noir said, "What's poppin'? Was goody?" Blanco Sensei said, "It looked like it's trying to be an Xbox controller."
Yeah, that too. But like, I don't know if that, like everyone. I know like PlayStation heads are PlayStation heads, and I'm a PlayStation head. But goddamn, I think the Xbox controller is really good. And like, if I'm not playing PS4, I'm playing Xbox. You know what I mean? Like I'm playing with the controller. It just feels really good. Like ergonomically, I think it's a great controller. There's like no fatigue. It's big enough. It's not too big. I think perfect controller.
I feel like I'd rather give myself a circumcision than play an Xbox. So I don't know.
I mean, we're not playing Xbox. We're just using their controller.
No, I know that. But
touche. That's true.
Speaking to Blanco Sensei's point of it's trying to be an Xbox controller, I don't think so. I just think that I have defended the DualShock for so long only because I don't know. I have fairly average sized hands. Remember when people used to do that shit?
Guy.
Uh, no, but I have fairly average sized hands, and I've never my hands have never cramped up or nothing, and it's only because like I don't know. Just me personally, I don't understand the backlash with the DualShock because I've never had the problem people tend to have with the DualShock. DualShock has been fine since my first ever PlayStation console was a PS3.
That explains a lot.
Because I am poor. I was poor. So
It's the same thing.
yeah. So you know, my first home console ever was a GameCube. So I didn't have no Sony money. You know what I'm saying? So the first ever console I ever got was with my own money, and I bought a PS3 super late into its life cycle. So
Oh wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
so you know, maybe I haven't had time to have those problems, but people are like, oh yeah, the grips suck. It's you know, it gets super uncomfortable. But okay, it gets super uncomfortable. But how long are you playing?
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Like if you're banging out 14-hour session, obviously your hand's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? Like no, but I also think it's smart on Sony to go with the bulkier look because, you know, I think maybe Sony is tired of people fucking, like I would be tired of people complaining about a goddamn controller when we undoubtedly, like me being, if I was a Sony rep, I'd be sick of people complaining about a controller when our library is dominating the home console fucking, like, you know what I mean? Whereas like the Xbox can have the most comfortable controller in existence, ain't no fucking games on there. What am I gonna play? Rage 2? Rage 2? Give me a fucking break.
Blink.
Reach
Blink.
Ain't nobody... PS4.
You play Blink? Remember that fucking game?
No. What?
Blink.
No. What am I gonna play? Crackdown 3 featuring Terry Crews?
Hey.
Get the fuck
Hey. Hold up. That game's
so
free, bro.
Blanco Sensei says if they are mimicking the Xbox controller, because I guess research team led them to acknowledge that it might be the superior model. I mean, this controller and the Xbox controller just feel much more ergonomic, which is what the point Ronnie was talking about.
Right.
Yeah, I think every controller should have the analog stick top, D-pad bottom.
You're bugging. That's where I disagree.
Doing
That's
this is
where you're
weird. Doing
bugging.
this
Hold
is
up.
natural. Like, this is
On top
weird.
of having arcade sticks, you want people who play pad to have the fucking analog stick prioritized. You are out of your goddamn mind.
You get your own pad.
Look.
Or just play stick.
I feel like
stick.
Sony understands that they own the FGC. They literally, you don't see.
Yeah.
They understand they own the FGC, and they're gonna, like, we're not gonna change the fucking controller drastically. Their pad players exist, right? We're not gonna fuck them over either, and let's fucking do something that they. It looks that fucking controller looks super comfortable. Like I would do.
It looks super like.
I can do electrics on that controller without breaking my finger. You know, I can do electrics on that remote.
There's also spec. Oh, by the way, for people in the chat who don't know what he's talking about the Electric Wind Godfist, which is a move in Tekken that is apparently really hard to do. I don't know. I see these guys do it all the time, so it can't be that hard. But
yeah, he only sees the pad players. I mean, the arcade stick players do it all the time. Ask me to do that. It'll take me 25,000 tries.
It took me like I did it for like 30 minutes on the pad, and I couldn't do it. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's because it's
and then
pad.
Freddie handed me a stick, and I was like,
yeah.
Like, like first try, I was like, what the fuck?
Exactly. This controller looks like it would like let me do that shit instantly. I feel like, look at the triggers. They're like smaller. They're like, I think. Let me see. Let me actually compare it.
Those are the shoulder buttons. So
yeah.
The triggers are under.
Oh yeah, the shoulder buttons. They look quicker to reach. On top of that, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think the controller looks fun.
Yeah, there's much less travel on the triggers. Like
definitely less travel.
I read up on the specs and the tech behind it. I also saw Sony's like hour and 20-minute long like
Mark Cerny shit.
Yeah, they're like their weird like spec presentation that seemed like really robotic. Like it almost seemed like there were no actual human beings involved in that.
Yeah, it's because it was for like that big conference for all the developers, so it wasn't for like the general public, because like most people don't know what the fuck a teraflop is or whatever the fuck he's saying, but they were like, let's just put it out anyway. So like
I mean,
everyone watched it like,
I respect
what
it
the
though.
fuck?
I respect it though, because it's Sony swinging their dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
and then you want to
Sony-
fast
it's-
forward and see the console. You don't see the console, so you're like,
Yeah. So Papa Noir said, I don't care if shit was an actual Xbox controller with a PlayStation sticker over it. PlayStation name makes it better.
that's so true.
And
It looked like a boomerang.
Juice Season said, kind of looks like a boomerang. No, you know what looked like a boomerang? The
That
fucking
PS3
early
initial?
PS3 controller.
Bro, that was like a
Oh
real
my
controller.
God.
Like
Yeah.
that wasn't like a mock-up. Like they had that shit like at PS3 reveal,
Yeah.
and they were like, yeah, people will hold this weird like folded banana, and they'll just
Yeah.
fucking play with it.
Yeah, so I watched that presentation, and it just seemed like, for me, it seemed like a power. It seemed like, you know, Xbox is very showboaty. Xbox will pay fucking Valentino Rossi to show up to a fucking Forza reveal. Like, give me a fucking break. It's Xbox. We know there's gonna be Forza on it. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but
You
that's
know
what
I
they,
mean?
you know, that's what they like. I think they were gonna do it anyway, so they were just like, here's an announcement, like we're gonna do this shit anyway.
Kinda
Also,
looks like a
Sony has been
boomerang.
pulling out of everything. They stopped their own fucking conferences. They stopped going to
Yeah.
E3. Like they don't give a fuck.
I like that though. No, it's not that they don't give a fuck. I like that.
No, like
I
they don't
that.
give a fuck about the rat race. Like they're done. Like they're
yeah.
like we got you right where we want you.
You know what it is? They're trying to. They're seeing what Nintendo's doing, because Nintendo said, "Fuck Nintendo was like, yo, fuck the rat race," like you said. Nintendo was like, listen, fuck console generation. We're gonna drop the next milestone in the home console, the perfect handheld home console hybrid in the middle of both of y'all's life cycle. And then,
I said that shit. Like, I came up with the Switch years ago. Like when the Vita first came out, I was like, you know, it'd be dope if I can like play this on my TV and then also take it with me. And then the PlayStation TV came out. I was like, yo, you know, it'd be cool if like you just put it in there, or like you just connect it.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's pretty wild. But we're at the 12-minute and 30-second mark with this particular topic. So does anybody want to give any last
Yeah, the
thoughts or
controller has a microphone built into it. I really want to hear what that sounds like.
Oh wow, it
Because
does? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna sound like shit. Also, imagine someone's analog sticks just going.
That's fucking amazing. What the hell?
But I don't know if, I'm not sure if that image you see there, I'm not sure if that's the microphone or if that's the speaker, because you know the controller has a speaker too.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty sure a microphone is going to be either underneath it somewhere, because when
it says
like,
microphone is located at the bottom of the D-pad.
what?
It's located at the bottom of the D-pad.
The bottom
What? That's you're gonna hear the.
Wait, you mean like?
That's weird.
You mean like under, like on the back, like? Okay, so this is the D-pad. You mean like here?
I don't know. It says the controller also has a built-in D-pad located at the bottom of the. Sorry, fuck, I read that wrong. The PS5 controller also has a built-in microphone located at the bottom of the pad. Oh, located at the bottom of the pad. Oh yeah, it's that little hole right there.
Yeah.
You see that hole? I thought that was a headphone jack.
So it's 2020,
Oh, no,
baby.
okay.
That shit probably has a Bluetooth chip, bro. That shit probably has a Bluetooth.
Yeah. So so that makes sense. Like, cause it's far enough away from everything, unless you're clacking dumb hard, which I don't
know.
think you should.
I gotta hear it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right now we can't really argue. We can't really argue performance because none of us have one.
Right.
But Blanco Sense said, "Yo, Nintendo has always led innovation in player interface. They have always shifted the way we play and interact. That is true as fuck.
That is real as hell, bro.
Also, Divine. That Divine, I don't know. He ain't got no vowels in it. Divine Rose.
Oh, that's Devin. That's Devin. That creep.
Oh, you owe him money?
No, I know who it is, but he said he said you owe him money. What's up? He said, what up?
Tell him he got to go through all 10 bosses, all hers boys to fight me at the end. Yeah, what's up?
So that concludes the PS5 topic.
Yeah.
We are at 14 minutes 59 seconds, and boom, 15. So moving on to the sort of, I guess, gossip or shade or whatever segment, Nintendo Life. So if you guys subscribe to us on YouTube, you know that I started this segment on Hearst Boys called 1 Month Later, right? And the point of the segment is to directly challenge the rat race culture that is YouTube. The doesn't matter the quality, I just got to get it out first so that everyone sees my video first, so I rack up the views first, right? My intention with the series was to circumvent that and view and review these games from a broader, more patient lens, because there's this thing, as I'm sure you guys know, there's this thing called review embargo, where a lot of big name channels and influencers and content creators get review copies. They often get them early and they often get them for free. They have to complete and review these games in a specific time frame, right? To get the review out faster. I feel like a lot of these reviews fall short on a lot of stuff, because when you play Death Stranding, you rush through it in 3 days, and then you write the review in 1 day, and then you edit it for another 2. It's not going to sound great. It's not going to be the best review it can be. So that's what made me start the segment, right? So anyway, the whole point is, fast forward to now. I put out 2 1 month later. I tried to put 3 out, but Dynamico kept blocking my content, and to the point where I just got so frustrated that I didn't care about the Kakarot review anymore. Spoiler alert, I don't like the fucking... yeah. And then it was going to be a really funny review. But anyway, so the only 2 up are the Death Stranding one and the Death Stranding one and the Jedi Fallen Order one.
Yeah, Star Wars.
So then fast forward to now, when I asked you guys in the chat, I'm like, yo, should I do one for Animal Crossing? Days ago, like a week ago. And then I go on Nintendo Live, literally the same exact format, Animal Crossing, 1 month later. I'm like, yo, give me, like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
wow.
You know what I mean? It's not, and it, to be fair, it was nowhere near as polished as one of my videos.
Hey.
And I know I'm tooting my own horn or whatever, but like, I script these out. I basically do it in essay format, right? I do segments, like I do little clips, like you guys know, right? And then I go on this thing, and I'm a little salty because, the concept is something I came up with and something I work hard to do. And then Nintendo Live puts one out, they get 40K views, and it's just Alex talking for 15 minutes. Right. No structure, nothing. You know what I mean? So like, it's a little annoying. And like, some people be like, yo, I don't know. It's hard because some people, are like, yo, Rainy, don't you think you're reaching a little bit? And yeah, it feels that way a little bit. But then other people are like, nah, bro, like these bigger channels, they really do scalp smaller channels for content.
I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, so like you're not crazy.
And it's been proven.
So I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys think. It's just a funny coincidence,
It's a bugged out coin. Yo, I don't know, man. I feel like. Go ahead.
I think 1 month laters are really popular with like tech channels. Like a lot of times you'll see like a laptop review or like a phone review, like iPhone, whatever the fuck. You'll be like, well, 1 month later, this is the phone in my pocket. This is my experience with it.
Yeah.
I think with video games, you don't usually see 1 month later because like, imagine spending 1 month with Resident Evil 3 remake. Like you could beat that game in like 5 hours, right? Like experiencing everything. So imagine like a month.
Did you play it?
No, I didn't. But everyone that I follow on Twitter has just been saying like it was like the day after it came out, and someone was like, "All right, so I beat it. I don't know what else to do."
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if I'll get it or not. I mean, I like to do a lot more.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like I don't. The 1 month later segment is not like, it's not, oh, spend a month playing the game. It's like, you beat the game whenever you beat it. And like, you write the review like honestly and fully, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like with the Death Stranding one, I use clips from all over where people are like, I've never played a Kojima game. I rushed this game. Somebody literally said that and then expected me to take their review seriously.
Wow.
So like somebody on a I think it was Beyond or IGN, I don't know, whatever. Somebody said that. Like literally said the words, I rushed this game. Like, on a platform as big as y'all's, it is your responsibility. You know what I mean? With the outreach you have, because especially Donkey. Fuck Donkey for his fucking Death Stranding review. Dude, literally fuck that. Like, Donkey has been on a steady decline for the past year, matter of fact. But that review in particular was so dishonest and disingenuous. Like, it's one thing to say you don't like a game. It's another thing to call a game broken just because you, like, didn't fucking play it correct. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what I meant with the 1 month later thing. Yeah, it makes more sense to do it for tech, like Ronnie said. But it's so that I have so that I get the full scope of the game, even if it only takes me a week. But the fact that I have that month to be like, okay, well, in the span of that month, did I revisit this title? You know what I mean? Did I play it on maybe a harder difficulty? Did DLC? Did I try that? You know what I mean? So like, that was more what I meant with that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just I don't know, I think Animal Crossing is one of the games where I'm like, okay, that makes sense because this is a game that that guy's grandma who's been playing the game for like literal like years.
Yo,
like,
3,500 hours, like.
Yeah, so that makes
crazy.
Well, she's played it every day for however many years she did.
Yeah,
so
I like that game.
I think it makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I looked into it and I looked through the channel and they had nothing else that was 1 month later.
Well, that's kind of why you know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I saw that comparison, because it's like, okay, so I do my 1 month later, 3 months ago. A couple weeks later, my second one comes out, and then you, a channel that has never, you know, shown any evidence of even going in this direction. Suddenly, you put out a 1 month later. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I know it seems like, you know, conspiracy theory, weird, whatever, but I don't know. Something rubs me wrong about it. And Juice Season says, Kakarot I feel was overhyped. I finished the story and I haven't touched it since. Yeah, same.
How much you paid like $60 for that shit, right? Oh my god.
Yeah. Sad little angel said hi. Oh, Angie. Oh, what's good? What's happening? But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Did they steal it? What do you like? Do you guys? Did they steal it, or does it just look funny?
I think it just looks funny, man.
I mean, we'll never know, to be honest, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'll tell you that right
I
now.
wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't be surprised either. Like if it's like like if they do it for like another. I don't know. For me, it just makes sense for it to be Animal Crossing because it kind of fits in perfectly. Because that's a game that you can play for
years.
But I mean, if you're gonna steal someone's like idea, you're probably gonna make it that way, so it makes sense. You're not gonna just do it with a random game that just came out to make it like blatantly obvious that this was some other guy's idea, and I'm fucking reviewing Resident Evil 1 month later, 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
If I was gonna steal someone's content, I will like probably use Animal Crossing too. I mean, someone's idea. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's I don't know. It's rough. And you know, YouTube is a vast place.
When I seen it on the screen, it was like, yo, what? And I didn't watch it for a couple minutes because I was like, I didn't want to confirm my suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't want to click on it and then it follow beat for beat my exact same form.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if it did, like shit would have got ugly. You know what I mean? Like on some shit. Like I don't know. There's not much you can do. You know what I mean? When it comes to internet stuff, I mean, sure you can defame a channel or a particular creator, but in the end, no one really pays a price for it, right? That's like where the whole argument that cancel culture isn't real comes from, because like, who cares if a couple thousand kids on the internet don't like a celebrity anymore? That doesn't necessarily hurt their pocket, you know?
Right.
So like, it kind of goes the same with this sort of hierarchy of content creators, where it's like, you know, you can be mad all day, but what if they did steal your segment? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fuck.
So I think that's one of those issues. But I'm gonna keep mentioning them. I'm gonna be like, hey, this looks funny, man. You know, I mean, I don't own the idea, you know, but it's just like stay in your lane. Like you have what, 1 million subscribers or something like that. Like you are Nintendo Life. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
you don't need to
even Nintendo
do
Life
this.
needs new content.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yep.
you know, when you like, here's the thing: when YouTube becomes your job, like, you become a fucking shark in the water, and you just smell blood. Any little thing that happens, it becomes your problem. It becomes your job to report on and shit. So that's why I don't doubt it, but I'm holding on to my suspicion for sure. But I just think I needed other people to either tell me that I was like wilding, or that like, yo, you're not wrong and at least looked funny, you know. Like that's all that it was for me. Yeah. So I mean, I was gonna make a 1 month later for Animal Crossing. So do you think I should still do it? I was
For
probably
sure.
gonna put it up like.
No,
Like
most
tomorrow or
definitely.
something.
Most definitely.
I mean, dude, I want to hear what you said because you and me have been playing that game very differently. Like
How so?
very different.
How so?
Like I wake up and like I have my routine. I do my shit. Nothing really new happens, but like I work on certain things. But I'm not like, I feel like what you're doing is like you trying to make that money. Like, you trying to get that shit. And I feel
Oh,
you.
me? Nah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a cool house. Well, I need money for the.
How many rooms you got
So
so far?
I have all of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I have all that,
Cool.
but I didn't like, I don't know, I tried to make a Tarantula Island once and it was just like a headache and I was like, well, I'm not gonna do this shit. And then like, I don't know, like, I don't know why I need bells.
Well,
Like,
it's nice.
I'm trying to find like my drive for the game, and my drive is just kind of like the repetition of just playing it
Yeah.
and just like doing shit and like talking to like my villagers and shit and doing other shit with my friends. But like I think like I see a lot of people online and they'll do like, yo, I got fucking 50 tarantulas waiting for fucking Flick, and I'm like,
Flick, yeah.
that's cool. But I could just be like try and like breed these flowers, or I could just, you know, look for all these fossils and shit, and then work on my museum. I don't know. There's just so much shit to do. I
It's
feel
a
like
lot of
people
shit.
can play it so
Well,
can play it so differently.
you and I are, yeah, you and I are playing the exact same. We're not playing differently at all.
No, but
Like,
you're
I'm
like
not-
you're like making tarantula. When I went to your island, you like had the whole shit barren on that one part, and then you were like looking for tarantulas, and you were running back and forth, making sure like there was no like the roach shits. And I'm like, I don't got the patience for
What?
that.
When did I? When was that? I was cutting down trees to move them, but I wasn't tarantula hunting on my own island. Why would I? That doesn't make sense.
Bro, I saw you.
To
You was
do
like,
that.
I gotta go over here, make sure there's no roaches on this rock, and then you gotta go over here, and then you were there with your net.
On my own island?
Yeah, and me and Fran were like, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
I don't know. I think you're.
You got the wrong.
Confusing me with somebody else.
You got the wrong island, bro.
It was you,
You
because
got
me
the
and
wrong
Fran
island,
were dead
bro.
ass like, what he doing?
I would never, because I would never do that on my own island. That's the whole
I
reason
don't know,
I fly
man.
to another one. The only thing I remember with tarantulas is me just having them like on the beach. That's all I remember doing with tarantulas on my own island. But that's because I had nowhere to store them otherwise. I wasn't gonna keep, and I didn't have store, like I had a tent at that point. So like, yeah, it was, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Blanco Sensei says the
I was just
trick
about
is
to say
turning
that.
content into intellectual property. Do YouTubers copyright their segments? Is that even possible?
That's a good question.
Well, okay. Well, not to ignore one topic completely, but so everybody knows the popular segment Hot, right? The show with hot questions and even hotter wings with Sean Evans. So Liquid Hungry Bot, right? Whose name is Juan. He completely ripped off the show, completely ripped off their entire formula, just with Smash Player called Hot Juan.
That's
They
hilarious.
eat hot wings. They do the Scoville thing. They have the. It's like it's literally not even cute. Like it's not even.
Wow.
Like the fact that they went through with this and went through with production and everything, like it's not cute at all. So legally, can Hot Ones do anything about it? I don't know. They haven't yet. Oh, actually, I'm sure you can send a cease and desist. Like I'm sure you can prove. Like as long as you can prove, hey, look, we did this first. We've been
Hot Ones
established
is a
for
TV
this
show.
long.
You know what?
Oh yeah.
I'm interested how that works because like technically like everything's a ripoff of something like in every aspect of our lives. So I'm a little bit curious how that works because he can just say that's inspiration for his idea. He doesn't have to
Or like it's a parody.
Right, for sure.
But that's
So-
how you get away with like doing Let's Plays. It's like, well, this is different because it's my experience, even though it's literally the fucking game.
The same thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like Twitch would be shut down if like every publisher was like, no, stop playing the game. We want people to buy it instead of watching you play it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, Blanco Sensei had a pretty good idea. Leo, if you could, just move the topic box to the empty part, to the
To the
long,
bottom right.
yeah.
Because
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Juice Season said, "I love Hot Ones." Then out of nowhere, I see in my sub box with Team Liquid Hot Ones, and was like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, literally. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say I don't enjoy the concept. I think that a Hot Ones style show with people from the FGC and Smash in particular, I think that's really cool. I like that. But the fact that it's a blatant ripoff, and he says it in the beginning of the video. He says it. He's like, oh, we know this is a ripoff. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna keep doing this until I'm formally invited on Hot Ones. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's how you make sure you are never invited to Hot Ones. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like it's definitely the way you do it.
All right, so
anyway, moving on to the next segment.
Wait, we're
is-
gonna eat wings? I'm hungry, man.
So moving on to the next segment. Resident Evil 4 remake. Good idea, bad idea. What do you guys think?
Wait, real quick. I'm sorry, because there's so many Resident Evil like news that I'm saturated with in my morning newspaper on Google News. How many fucking games are out right now? And why are these games? Do they have like? Is there a duality in them? Is there 2 games in one? I feel like there's 6 fucking Resident Evil games that are out right fucking, and I don't get it.
Let me
Please.
explain to you why. Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
Before the critical acclaim of Resident Evil 7, right? Resident Evil was on a downward spiral since
Capcom
4 was hailed. Well, yeah,
Capcom
I
was
guess.
fucked up. But yeah,
so Resident Evil specifically was on a downward spiral since 4, which is hailed by a lot of people as the best Resident Evil game because it was the perfect blend of, action and survival horror, with more action than survival horror segments. But either way, it was hailed as one of the best. Then 5, and it was a complete action game where you just shoot black people. It was weird. Then 6 comes out, and it's even worse. 6 is a fucking Michael Bay, right? And Operation Raccoon City.
Oh, that was my favorite.
bro, I deadass fell asleep.
I loved Raccoon.
Literally,
bro, nah, y'all bugging. Multiplayer in that game was popping.
Bro, I was playing with Manny, and I was like, "Yo, Manny," and he fell asleep.
Nah,
y'all
bugging.
You made me pay $60 for $40 for this shit.
Yeah, it was
So now we
$40.
have to finish it.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. Right? So then Capcom took a break. Capcom said, what are we doing wrong? Right? Went back to the drawing board.
Boom,
And then
Monster Hunter.
The E3, and then the E3 that me and Ronnie were both at Boy's house.
Yo, I miss E3.
Like, at E3, right?
Playing Magic.
We see the first person like perspective or whatever. We're like, yo, what the is this? And they're like, yo, this looks scary as hell. Yeah, I thought they brought back. No, I thought it was like, oh shit, are they bringing back PT? Did they hear our pleas? And it was Resident Evil 7, and we're like, what?
That's fucking hilarious.
That was the beginning of the series coming back to form. So anyway, fast forward a year or two. The RE2 remake is rumored. Fast forward again, it's confirmed. Fast forward again, it comes out, everybody loves it, right? off the acclaim of Resident Evil 2 remake, they decide to remake 3. Right? 3 is, you know, comparatively not doing so well.
Right.
Because people think it's too short. People think it's not worth $60. People think that it cut out a lot of very important content. People think that it's a very good Resident Evil movie. That's what people think. I cannot give an opinion on a game I have not played, so I don't know about that. But I will play it eventually. I'll tell you guys what I think. Might do it 1 month later. I don't know. But I didn't do one for 2, which was the first 1 month later that I actually had for Death Stranding. But whatever. So that's the story with Resident Evil.
So that's a quick that's a quick history. So how many games are out officially?
Okay. That will take forever to. So
the thing is, they release it on multiple platforms, like a lot. So like you'll get like Resident Evil 4. You can get it.
How many games are out now? Just came out now, like recently.
Just one.
Oh, just one. Just one game came out. So that's
Resident Evil 2 is in the news because they hit 2 million copies shipped.
Oh, okay, I see. And then this other.
But the whole point is, they have this engine, and their engine, the Resident Evil engine, is so fucking good, and it makes the games look so pretty. And I think it's just like if I'm not mistaken, it's the same team that did Resident Evil 2, did Resident Evil 3, or like most of the staff on it. And like they just like kind of like it's a year apart, and they just like shitted it out, like, and it's not like a bad game, you know, it's short, but it's not bad. And it's like they're just gonna keep doing this shit. They're just gonna keep releasing every Resident Evil.
So the Resident Evil 3 remake came out when?
That
was a year ago.
Resident Evil 2 came out. Resident Evil 3 came out like last week.
Okay, so okay, I see. Okay, got it. Okay. Shit, dude. It's a lot. I don't know, those games are too scary for me. I'm gonna catch a heart attack. And I saw how Nemesis just jumps in front of you, and I'm not with the shits, bro. I'm not gonna pay.
See, I saw that too, but apparently, after the first like 2 or 3 times, Nemesis becomes a bumbling idiot. The AI is garbage, and he
get the hell out. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that makes the game that much scarier.
Damn, I'm gonna buy this.
This is, by the way, apparently. Take everything with a grain of salt. Apparently.
Right. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on this.
Yeah, that's what people are saying on Twitter, and people that have played it. They're saying Nemesis the first couple times is a real threat, but then the AI just takes a fucking nosedive the further you go into the game, and it becomes this bumbling,
fucking hilarious.
So yeah. So here's my thing with Resident Evil 4 in particular. My dream for Resident Evil remakes, as remakes are concerned, as a fan of the franchise, right? I wanted them. Well, I've since redacted the statement because I was under the impression that 3 and Code Veronica happened at the same time. Turns out that's not true. 2 and 3 happen at the same time. Code Veronica happens a little bit after 3. So, my new feeling regarding the remakes was I wished that, and somehow I knew that 3 was going to be super short. But my dreams for the series were that they make 2 and 3 into one congruent title happening adjacent to one another, right? Jill and Chris and Claire never interact, but they're in the same city at the same time. That would have made for a much cooler game. You call it Resident Evil 2.5. You Kingdom Hearts that shit, right? You call it Resident Evil 2.5.
Third
HD
drop
Symphony
far.
HD Symphony Orchestra
remix HD
Central Fiction, right?
Oh wow.
Right. Okay. So you do that. You drop it. You call it 2.5. Then you remake Code Veronica and you rename it Resident Evil 3 Code Veronica. That's the way I saw it. So for me, since 2 is out of the 2 is already is out of the 2 blew everybody away. 3 is already out. There's nothing you can do about those. However, remake Code Veronica. Do Code Veronica. Code Veronica is the hardest to find physically of those Resident Evil games.
Is that the one with the woman who's wearing like a red dress or some shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also widely considered, like people fans of Code Veronica think that it deserves to be a numbered title, and I think it deserves to be, because the original 3 was good. I think people are remembering 3 way better than it actually was. Like, I think people are putting 3 on this pedestal, because the remake didn't live up to their expectations. But go back and play the original 3. If you're one of those people and you're in the chat podcast and you're watching, go back and play the original 3 and tell me if that shit holds up. Honestly, I'm not throwing shade. Honestly,
The
tell
games
me
don't
if that
hold
shit
up.
holds up.
Horror games don't really hold up. Just because
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't think they do.
Wait, which one's the one where like you're
horror
in the...
games?
Go ahead.
Horror games don't hold up because immersion is a lot of. So
Different
in
fear.
19,
Mm-hmm.
so in 1990, when did Silent Hill 1 come out? 1996 or something?
7.
In 1997, when the PS1 was the height of graphical technology, yeah, Silent Hill was probably fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I play that shit all the time on my fucking Vita.
That
with
shit is
headphones
still
on,
that
in the
shit,
dark.
that shit is
I
still
don't
kind
give
of
a
scary.
shit.
That shit is still kind of scary.
I don't know. It's
I don't
lame.
know.
Like, well, not lame, but like it's just not. It's not scary anymore because graphical capability and immersion have a lot to do with horror in video games.
Dude, I get
Right.
freaked out as much as I
So,
do
yeah.
in a pixel game than I do in a fucking
Yo,
game that's
because some
powered.
pixel games get you. It's like the ambiance, the music.
Yeah, they
the
get in your
tension.
head though. That's different.
Yeah, dude.
I
That's
just think
different.
Resident Evil 1 does don't hold up.
Wait, is that the one
Yeah.
where like the
Original.
dog jumps on the fucking dog jumps
Yeah.
from the fucking window? I
Yeah,
peed
yeah.
my pants when I was like 4, and that shit.
Yeah, when you were 4. But go back and play that shit. Watch how comical that shit is.
That's a little scary.
I don't know, man.
So do I think RE4 remake is a good idea? No, remake Code Veronica instead. Here's why. Resident Evil 4 exists on everything imaginable. It's on iOS. Fuck.
Isn't it on GameCube too? Or is that 5? Or am I bugging?
It's not game.
That's the original system it came out on. Yeah.
Oh wow!
It's on
Whoa,
GameCube.
that's weird. I didn't know that.
People say that's like the
Yeah.
best version or some shit.
What?
It is the best version. It's 100% the best.
Nintendo let that shit slide. What the fuck?
Capcom was like, "Yo, we have a crazy idea. You want people to take you more seriously? Stop making this Kitty Yoshi bullshit. Hop on a real man." So Nintendo was like, "Okay."
Just like
And
Mortal
then that
Kombat,
shit
bro.
happened.
God damn.
Here's the issue with Resident Evil 4 remake in particular is that comparatively, Code Veronica exists nowhere. Code Veronica compared relative to Resident Evil 4, Code Veronica might as well be a fairy tale. It might as well be a fable, right?
Really?
Because Resident Evil 4 exists on everything.
Right.
It is the only game I own more copies of than Skyrim.
And you own a
You know
lot
what
of
I
copies.
mean?
He owns like 8 copies of Skyrim, by the way. Fucking
Because I
weirdo.
own.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to hear it. There's
Resident
no.
Evil
He's
Switch.
wait, give him a second. He's gonna try to justify this real quick. Listen to this
No,
shit.
no, no, no.
No. He's gonna justify it.
I'm just saying I own Resi 4 on GameCube, PS2,
Mhm.
PS3, PS4, Switch, and iOS.
That gave me a good idea. We should raffle out his games, his copies. We're gonna do that right now. We're just gonna free Skyrim
But
copies.
this is what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah,
this is what I mean. It's like, don't take the most ported Resident Evil ever
for sure, and remake it.
and then give it a remake. Give the one that everyone misses, that is the hardest one to find ever. Remake that one.
But I see.
You know?
I now that you mention it, I understand why logically they're gonna choose that one game because it's the game that's in all fucking consoles. They're gonna remake that game.
Resident Evil 4 is has the strongest following. Like people still speedrun it. Like if you go on Twitch and you look for like Resident Evil 4 pops up because people are still playing that game.
For sure.
They're gonna do it. Capcom is like, they're on a roll. They're gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna buy it. Like everyone's gonna buy it. It's gonna be good. The people making it are not the people from Resident Evil 3.
Bojack-
It's Capcom employees and people from
He said Code Electronica.
Yo, boy,
Code Electronica. He's having an aneurysm back there.
boy said Code Veronica remake.
He
I
said-
don't want to shoot Spanish men anymore.
yeah, that's
That's
another
another
thing.
thing.
That's
Like,
another
it's
thing, bro.
Fucking, it's weird. Like 5 was weird off the bat, right? 5 was just like a weird racist ass game, right? And then,
But
but it
game
was
dev-
fun co-op. But it was
game
just
devs
weird
have this
shooting all these
problem.
Africans.
Yeah, game devs have this problem.
Shit,
right?
I didn't even
Like,
realize
where
that.
It's like, game
Bro, you
devs
just
have this
shoot an
fucking
African.
problem, or like, all the enemies are never white. Uncharted has this problem. Resident Evil has this problem. No, Uncharted fixed it in 3. The bad guys were Russian. Okay.
Wow.
They're always Russian, man. But that's just like
No,
Indian.
what are you talking about? No, they weren't. In 1, they were Spanish, like they were like Spanish pirates. In 2, they were
Quinto.
Oh no, was it 2? Which is the one where he's hanging off the train on a mountain?
That's 2. That's the best one.
Okay, in 2 it was Russians. In 3 it was It was like Arab something. Like it was Arabs or something like that.
Yeah, Uncharted 3, he was like, oh
in the
yeah,
desert.
he was in the desert, and
Yeah.
Elena's there.
Yeah.
Who the
Game
f-
devs have this weird issue about like, not like making the bad guys everybody but white people when it's like, the real world begs to differ.
Very true.
but like no, but fair like. I think it's much easier to like compartmentalize it when it's not someone who looks like you, but that doesn't make it okay to make. But but at the same time, it's like, people that live here speak Spanish or speak like this and look like this. You know what I mean? You can't hit the same beats every time in every game, then that gets boring. But then it does look weird. So if they remake 5, hopefully they include everything. So like the wacky costumes that you could get for beating it on the highest difficulty, mercenary mode, Ada Wong's story, the stuff about Ada Wong that was cut. Hopefully they can do that.
Oh, that's who Ada Wong is. I've heard that name before. Okay.
Yeah.
So Uncharted 2, you shoot white people.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. I'm watching an entire gameplay, 7 hours long.
Yeah. Season said that they
like
fixed it in Uncharted 2. Yeah.
So any thoughts or anything on Resi 4?
I don't know. I'm excited. Capcom is doing really good. Devil May Cry 5 was lit. What else was lit? Monster Hunter is fucking fun as shit.
It's fun when it's almost free.
Oh my God! Here goes Will.
Code Veronica was basura.
Do me a favor, Will.
It's better than
go.
Resident Evil 6. It's his birthday. Don't be mean.
No. That's exactly when you. That's especially when you gotta be mean.
Go back to Final Fantasy 7.
Am I your goddamn business? Am I your go fuck up Sephiroth? Am I your goddamn motherfucking business?
Oh my God.
Oh, these people want to know. They've been asking thoughts on FF7. Bro, that game, I'm gonna say it, that game is a nostalgia-filled sellout. I don't want to hear it. You heard it here first. That shit is nothing remarkable. They're monetizing on your fucking nostalgia. You heard it. Quote me on that. What's up? And I never played FF7. I never played it in my damn life because they look like polygons, bro. Fuck out of here. I'm not trying to play polygons. I'm out, bro. Bro, that's it. What's up, gang? What up?
Okay, you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out of that fucking bum ass.
I'm not playing Polygon. It's because you didn't play it at the time.
Nah, I didn't grow up with it, so I don't understand the hype. And I
played JRPGs?
I played this weird obscure game.
Have you ever played Final Fantasy?
I have. I played Final Fantasy X. Let me tell you a quick story about that. So there's this part where like Titus meets this Hawaiian dude, I'm gonna assume, because he's on a fucking island. I'm gonna fucking Waka, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And my CD kept fucking freezing on that for like 2 years. So the last thing Freddie and I saw every fucking time was like, "Are you okay?" And the CD just ricka. This shit will not fucking work, and I fucking hate Final Fantasy, bro. That shit's bugged out, bro. God damn.
Your experience with Final Fantasy.
That shit has been horrible. Are you okay? That's all I remember from that game, bro.
Bro, you never got past Killica.
Yo.
That's fucking funny. Leo only plays Smash.
Yo, so everybody's saying, listen to him. Hurry, cancel him. Marco Sensei said, bro, you sound like that guy at Nintendo talking shit.
That's exactly right. Are you okay?
Angie said, okay, but are you okay?
Shit fucked with me, funny. Bro.
Yeah.
God damn.
Is it a nostalgia trip? Yeah, most definitely. Everything is now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know why? Because life sucks. So everybody wants to remember
the good old days.
Suck. So they're giving you stuff from when life didn't suck. Hey, remember when life didn't suck and you were playing Final Fantasy VII? Yeah, here's that again.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when life didn't suck and you were playing Resident Evil 2 with tank controls and you thought it was the height of luxury? Yeah, here, this time no tank controls. Because what fucking Nazi would do that?
Oh, that's what that's called. When you have to like move tank and then shoot tank controls. Got it.
Move, then shoot, then camera.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Got it.
Yeah. Fixed cameras. But forward is still up. Even though the camera is at your left side. Makes no goddamn. You still walk forward with up on the D-pad. Load up RE2, the original. You still walk forward with fucking up on the D-pad, even though the camera is on your left side or right side or in front of you.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious.
Anyway, moving on to the final topic.
Wait, I want to talk about 7.
Hey, well, give him a little bit of 7.
Are you playing it?
No.
Yeah,
I don't want to pay money for it. But I did play it when Sony had like E3 press conference, and then they like released it like it's available right now, like the PC like remaster shit. So I did play it. I don't know. I think 7's okay.
It looks amazing. Don't get me wrong.
That's kinda,
so does every other Final
but
Fantasy game.
The game is from the ground up and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks
like every other, like there's not a Final Fantasy game that doesn't look amazing though. So let's not.
For the time, yeah.
Like,
except for 9. 9 was weird.
Okay.
Even for when it came out, 9 was weird.
All right. But yeah.
Okay. So, just gonna rile up the chat real quick before moving on to the next subject.
Shit.
Golden Sun as a series is better than Final Fantasy. Anyway, moving on. Hey, listen.
Uncharted 2, best Uncharted.
Clip that.
100%.
Okay, so moving on.
Clip that
So
shit.
the final topic, the FGC stuff, because we talk about some FGC every episode at least. Do tier lists matter? I don't think we have to talk long about this. This is the last topic, and I don't know. I think we all have pretty short. So what do you guys think? Do tier lists matter?
They do matter.
Why do you think so?
I think a tier list is based off of like a certain criteria. Like there has to be like in Tekken, if a character has these punishment tools, right? So like let's say a character blocks a move while crouching, and then like they have a good while standing punisher, and like most characters don't, then I would put that character gets a point. So I think if we do like a point system, and like, but then it gets kind of tricky because then it's like projectiles, or is that like a good thing? And then it's like, well, blah, blah. Anyway, whole point is I think tier lists matter. I think it just depends on who makes them. I think I could just say like, fucking Leroy's top tier or whatever. But like, I think if you really sit down and you break down every character and you look at frame data and you look at like, every matchup possible, then you can really like come up with like a very sound like, all right, this character is better at beating all these characters for these reasons, you know?
There's
I think they matter.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I think they matter. I think they're important. I think they're really good to like try to like look at, especially like if you're struggling with certain characters like against them. I think if you look at these tier lists, you can see like, okay, my character is really bad against this character, and then like if you actually find like a source that like really breaks it down.
Which is rare, by the way. Shuriken.com. But they're mad rare like that. I think sometimes a lot of people get their data wrong, and then we have like underdogs like Little Mag, placing times like it's weird. I think there should be a universal way to kind of like place these characters in the game. It's just so hard to like create tier. Every organization's tier list is fucking different. If they have some sort
of course.
There's no universal tier list. You just know who counters who.
Pikachu's always up there.
I think.
Yeah, but he got bumped down a little bit. But go ahead.
I think there's two main things, right? There's two main things that go into a tier list. First of all, do I think tier lists matter? It depends on the circumstance. Like if you're a sponsored player and your job is to win, then play a top tier. You know what I mean? You don't want to get dropped from your contract.
That
you don't want
sucks,
to get dropped from your team.
That sucks. It's so boring.
I mean, I think that no one forced you to play video games competitively, right? You put the work in. You got noticed at tournaments. You fucking, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody's item. Not everybody can fund their own career and do it with no sponsor. You know, but I think
no features,
team,
go platinum.
Yeah, I think if you're part of a team, and they pay for travel or whatever. First of all, play whoever you want.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But I think it's imperative that when you're part of a team, it's your job to win. So you should play a top team. So in that respect, tier lists do matter. But on a like social, on a like, you know, non-professional, like just competitor level. No, I don't think that shit matters.
Nah,
You can
fuck
play
that.
who you want.
For sure.
But and now that brings, you know, that brings me to the point of like okay, well, what makes a peer list, right? Well, there's two things, right? You have the objective and the subjective, right? The objective is the frame data.
Mm-hmm.
So if Fox's down B comes out on frame 4, and then fucking Captain Falcon or Mario's jab comes out on frame 2, objectively Mario's jab is beating out Fox's down B, right?
Yeah.
But that's the objective tier list. So that move is objectively better than Fox's down B.
Right.
No one can argue that. But I think that when it comes to meta, right? You have players like Amsa. Right? Yoshi was considered garbage, right? And then Amsa started winning with Yoshi, and then suddenly the meta changed, and then he brought Yoshi from low tier to upper mid tier.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like by how many tournaments he was winning with this
Right.
supposedly garbage character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's totally
so-
subjective.
so-
Tier lists, totally subjective.
Yeah. So it depends, because like you know what I mean. Like people like Amsa stuck to their character. Hungrybox stuck to Puff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sam
And, like,
stuck to like Samsora, stuck to Peach, who was considered
Yeah.
a garbage ass character, by the way. Peach was considered,
Really?
yeah, Peach was fucking whack.
And then another thing also
She's
take into
OP.
account is like your roster, right? Because if you're like Smash and you have 90 characters in your roster,
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard to balance all those fucking characters. You know what I mean?
right.
Like it's gonna be hard as fuck.
Yeah,
Whereas you know, older games, what people in the FGC call poverty titles, which is like the smaller anime games that never have big prize pools, never have more than 32 entrants tops.
real quick, I think someone
like-
just subscribed. I think I got an alert.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Onikuma. That was great.
What? That's crazy. He
Um,
better.
So I don't know. I think it matters sometimes, but then there are things about it that are like different on a case by case. Because like Garou Mark of the Wolves is one of my favorite games of all time.
Ugh.
But they're not gonna patch it because
How
all
would
those
you
characters
how
work.
would you even patch that game? Like
That's what I'm saying. Like,
how-
that's what I'm saying. So he said it's satisfying hearing people trash a character and then someone comes along and mops the floor and turns into that character. Yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
For sure. 100%.
Yeah, especially when it's someone you like.
Yeah.
You know, when it's a character you're like, I don't know, I kind of like Yoshi.
Mhm.
Amsa's dominated. Yoshi.
Yep.
You're like, you see, I fucking told you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
And I think one of the
I think
best
that's
sweet
where I
points.
stand.
Yeah, and one of the best sweet points with tier list is like when a game first comes out, and people don't know what the fuck is happening. You used to send me. Remember when you used to send me to Encore, and I used to fucking
Yeah.
main Little Mac, and I would mop the floor.
Yeah.
1 month in, I was just top 8, top 16 on Encore. Fast forward 3 months, this guy is the last tier. He's like the last. He's the lowest of the tier, and you know.
it's because when a game first comes out, no one knows the.
No one knows how to freaking. I think that's
Yeah.
the best time to like shine, man. You just. Well, like, I just want to say something out there. Why do people use Mii fighters? I think you gotta be some sort of. You gotta be a special kind of
Bold name.
scumbag, because bro, think about it for a second. You're using a character that I have no idea how he works, and you're trying to like you. It's a Mii character is a fucking randomly generated character, right? With random moves or some shit like that. Like,
No. There's three archetypes. There's sword, brawler, and
right, but I've noticed different moves for each type. That's bullshit. Like I know if you have a sword, you have like multiple side Bs. It's not just one universal
Okay,
one.
if you have a sword,
Like-
the archetype for sword is Marth. The archetype for shooter is Fox. The archetype for brawler, I think, is Mario.
Right.
Like the Mii fighters are based on those three. Characters.
Right. I don't know. It's fucking weird when you fight against me. I think Mii should be banned from like fucking tournaments. That's bullshit. Oh, that's some damn bullshit, bruh.
It's like
Yeah, those fuckers got counter and shit.
worst tier
How you
character.
you bugging? Some Mii fighters have Samus set movesetlets with a counter. That's bugged out. That shit is not supposed to happen.
Fighter.
Maybe I should. I'm not gonna disrespect myself like that. Fuck out of here.
Hold on, wait. Oh, okay. Said I think tier lists can still matter, but are just super contextual. They shouldn't be looked at as some objective measure.
Most definitely not. I agree.
Yeah, well, when concerning frame data, like Ronnie said,
Yes.
this is objective information. It's math. Like,
Right.
there's no arguing it. But yes, you're right both ways. They are super contextual, and the contextual aspects shouldn't be looked at as objective measurements.
Mm-hmm.
The math and frame data should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we gotta consider like skill does play a role in it, you know, because like games are math, but then like also there is like that like brain power.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's look up a tier list for Tekken 7. I'll pick the lowest tier. Leo can play his main, and I'll scrape him no matter what.
The thing is,
you know?
but the thing is that's impossible because I'm Leo, so you can't beat me regardless.
I don't know, man. I feel like we was playing the other day. And it's pretty.
Because I get it. You I folded you though, so it's.
I don't know. I'm looking up a tier list
right now. So like objective information would be I'm the worst competitor here. That's why I started the team and I pour money into it.
and
but
look,
it's okay. But
go ahead.
Being bottom tier is great because you have the most potential.
For sure, and then we have characters that you know aren't gonna place top 8, but you use them to climb out of pools, bro, because they're scummy characters. For example, I main Paul in Tekken 7. This man has 2 moves, so objectively, based on Ronnie's whatever the fuck, he should be able to beat me because he knows what 2 moves I'm gonna use. I'm gonna fucking swipe him in his legs or knock him out with the fucking punch. But for some reason, Ronnie always gets caught. So what? So I don't know what's happening here.
Who's gonna do Demo Man 3 times in a row?
I am, bro, and I am.
To the point, it's funny, to the point where y'all bullied Leo into dropping Paul.
I didn't. Yeah, well, you had to, I had to go running to Rainy. I had to go running to like, Rainy, I'm gonna drop Paul because I keep losing. I keep winning, and I don't want to ruin this game for the rest of the team, man. You know, I'm only 102, bro. You know, I'm 100 wins. They've been practicing all their lives. I just started playing a month ago.
All their lives.
Papa Nora said Paul is crazy strong. Yeah.
For real, bro? He does. The average life bar has 180, right? Paul, one punch. Paul does 47 damage.
It's ridiculous. It is tight.
And it's quick, bro. That shit isn't even slow. There's no startup frame. It's just like it knocks your ass out.
But we're nearing the end of the show.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up in about like 2 minutes. So, does anybody
want
to say anything? Either of you guys or anyone in the chat want to any final thoughts or anything? Anybody want to say something?
We'll give them a minute or so. Since remember, it's delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been playing Warzone. I don't know. Call of Duty is like. I was playing solo. I forgot what campers are. I don't know what goes through the mind of somebody. Like they must be watching a really good Netflix show because they just be in the building behind the fucking checkout desk, just sitting there like. Bro, like.
Yeah.
Fucking, I hate it.
Oh, thoughts on Valorant? Yo, I think that game is fucking awesome. It looks like what
CS:GO. I get it.
It's the new game that the creators of League of Legends are making. The beta is open, and all of Twitch is playing that game right now. It fucking feels like I said. It's another ripoff of fucking Counter-Strike. They took the formula of Counter-Strike. It's a slow-paced shooter with some magical elements, if I'm not mistaken, and it's basically Counter-Strike with like Overwatch style. That's what it is.
Cool.
It looks dope, especially the guy with the knives. He has like these knives that like pop up like in front of him, and then you can like shoot them at people, and it's like fucking cool as hell. And there's like someone that has like.
Sorry, Papa Noir said. Lastly, Lucky Chloe is weeaboo trash.
Yo, do we have someone on the team that plays Lucky Chloe?
Bad.
I think we do have someone in the team who plays Lucky Chloe.
Angie.
Why you look behind you?
Let's
play Lucky Chloe.
Who played Lucky Chloe?
You just see some dude.
So we're gonna be on next week Monday, I think around the same time, 3ish. So guys, stay tuned. We're gonna try to do this every Monday. Right. If Ronnie wakes up on time.
We're gonna try and do this.
Yeah, I'll wake up by 3.
Every other week, we're gonna try and get a guest on. So next Monday, we're gonna do the same thing, but we might have a special guest for you guys. Not gonna tell you guys who it is yet because I want to get confirmation first. But yeah. We're gonna do that for you guys. Imagine, I wish. But yeah, so okay, Griffin.
Oh shit! We gotta go.
No, he said he doesn't want guests. So no, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you to the chat for being active as usual, and I'm sorry that I wasn't watching the chat. For the last couple episodes, I've been on mobile, so I have to monitor on my computer.
Yep.
So
and,
yeah.
And Hearst Boys has a surprise thing happening. We have a surprise thing going on next month. They don't know it yet, but I'm just gonna knock it out. You know, it's a surprise. I'll let y'all know when I let y'all know. What's up? Stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Well, my name is Rainey. It's Ronnie and Leo. You can.
Squad
the
up.
tags are all of our are underneath our little squares. Those are our tags.
Oh wait, that's my Twitch. Well, you can find it.
And we will see you guys.
Oh yeah.
Next week.
Oh yeah. Quick shout out to Will. It's his
Shout
birthday
out to
today.
Will. Shout out Will birthday.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Will.
God damn it.
Hopefully he beats FF7 soon, so we can
Yeah.
see him on this podcast again. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
See you guys later.
Bye guys.